Every quantity in physics is either a scalar or a vector. By the end of this video, you will never mix them up again. Hey guys, Mr. B here again, bringing another sweet, wicked, awesome video, this time a physics video. Today we're diving into, one of the most basic topics in physics, scalars versus vectors. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be able to instantly spot a scalar or a vector. Now trust me, this is really going to help you get started in your physics courses and build up a good foundation to, go on and meet your goals, whatever that might be. If this video helps you in even the teeniest, tiniest little way, guys, like, share, subscribe, help me on my path to get 100K subscribers. I'm way off right now, but I'm setting a lofty goal. All right, guys, you know what to do. Bam! Jump into the screen. All right, first up, scalars. So scalar in its most simplest form is just a number, and that's all it is. Let me write this. So just a number. And it's really that simple. It's describing how much you have of something, or how far you went. And it's not concerned with the direction that you went. So a scalar has no direction, and that's important. So it's just concerned with the number, the size of it, the quantity, and physicists like to give fancy words of things. So in physics, we describe that as the magnitude. So the magnitude of your quantity, whatever that happens to be, how much you have, or the size of it. So if you're just starting physics, you're probably doing, some motion things, and there are some basic motion things that are scalars. So the first one that we mostly think about is speed. So speed is a scalar, 5 meters per second. We don't care where you went, it's just how much. And then we have distance, and then we also have time. So those are your three most basic examples of scalars. Now there are other scalars that you might encounter later on in physics. I'll give you a couple of examples. So mass is a scalar. And then another one would be energy. So kinetic energy, potential energy, all those lovely things. So a scalar is really concerned of how much you have of something, but not where you're going or where you're headed, your direction. So how much, but not where. A vector is concerned with the how much part, but it's also very much concerned about the direction. So a vector is a number with direction. And there are a lot of examples of vectors that we can use just to kind of build off the speed, distance, time. The counterpart to speed is velocity. Now, when we are representing vectors, we still use the same symbols. So for example, the symbol for speed is V. We would still use V, but to represent that it's a vector, we saw a little arrow right up on top of it. Okay. Now, distance, the counterpart to distance is displacement, which would be a D, and we just put a little arrow on top. Now, there's another motion quantity that we use often, which is acceleration. So an acceleration is a vector, and the direction of acceleration could be a video all in itself. But we'll keep it really simple. Acceleration has a direction. Now, a lot of times in questions, because the direction of acceleration can be a little bit confusing, sometimes I'll just say find the magnitude of the acceleration. That's just emphasizing to my students that I only care about the number in this particular question, so you don't have to worry about the direction. But oftentimes that will confuse students because they forget about the word magnitude. It means just number. So they think sometimes I'll ask students, sir, what's the magnitude? How do I find it? In what formula is the magnitude? Well, magnitude is not a formula, it's a definition, and it means find the number. All right, so obviously with knowing these is great. It sets up a great foundation. Scalar number, vector number with direction. We need to be able to represent them in various ways. So depending on what course you're doing, you might be learning about 1D vectors or 2D vectors. This is just basic overview, so just to give you an idea. So a 1D vector is just going either, east, west, north, south. Not both, east and north at the same time kind of thing, right? In between. So it goes one of those, but not both. So how we represent a 1D vector, let's just do velocity. We would say our v with the arrow, and that should be lowercase v. It looks big, but lowercase v. And then we might say, 5.0 meters per second. So that guy right there, that is the magnitude. That's the number, right? So I'm just going to kind of label this as I go through it. So that's the magnitude. This little pesky guy right here, that's the unit. And that's it. That's our, oh, not quite. We forgot something. Right? That right there, as it's written, is a scalar. We're missing the direction. So we'll sauce in my favorite direction, go north, and that right there is our direction. So that's how we would represent a 1D vector. So a 1D vector means north or south or east or west, but not both. Now 2D vectors can get, really complicated depending on, the course you're doing, but let's keep it really simple, make this a little bit smaller. So let's do the exact same thing. So 5 meters per second. So that is my magnitude and my unit. Now, there's a lot of different ways to represent the direction of a 2D vector. In the courses that I teach, we do it a certain way. So I'm just going to keep it to that in these videos. You should ask your teacher if there's a certain way that they prefer. I have no choice because the curriculum tells me what I have to teach. So in my course, we would represent this like 30 degrees north of east. So I went 30 degrees north of the east vector. And my students would know how to draw that and things like that. So obviously, that's one thing that we would like to be able to do is draw these vectors. Now, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of vector diagrams. That's another video. But just a really basic, simple introduction to drawing just one singular vector. So if we have a vector, and these are both velocity vectors, we have a 2 meters per second north, and then I have a 5 meters per second 40 degrees west of south. So you can see there in brackets, when drawing vectors, the size of the vector matters. So the actual length of the arrow represents the number. So if I have a 2 versus a 5, I know that my 5 meters per second arrow should be over twice as long as the 2 meters per second arrow. So size matters when it comes to drawing vectors. Now, I am not measuring these on assessments. Your teacher shouldn't be either. Now, if they give you grid paper, that might be different, but when I ask my students to draw these, just keep it relatively, reasonable. I'm just going to change the color of my pen here. Let's go nice red. And so 2 meters per second north, just like that. So I start at the origin in the middle, and I went 2 meters per second north. I'll label that with my V. And again, preferences for individual teachers may vary. Some teachers like to have the numbers. I don't really care. Whatever works for you is perfectly fine with me. Now, 40 degrees west of south. So I'm going 40 degrees west of the south vector. Again, I am not measuring with a protractor 40 degrees. It's just a guesstimate. It's about the middle. And again, that's all I'm looking for is that you kind of thought through that it's the middle, closer to the south, closer to the west, whatever it might be. So 40 degrees, about the middle. So west of south would be this guy right here. I went west of that south vector at 40 degrees. And notice that that vector is longer than in A because it's, over 2 times as much. And then I'm going to put my little V with my arrow to label it. All right, guys. That is your little introduction to scalars and vectors. Hopefully this video helped you in some way, and hopefully you stuck around to the end. I'm trying to revitalize my YouTube channel a little bit. I got a new job, back in a different job again. I know, it seems like I'm flipping around everywhere, but this one I think this one's going to stick. I'm revitalized. I got a little summer duster going on here. When I watch this video, I'm probably going to want to get rid of it. But hopefully this video helped you in some way. If it did, like, share, subscribe as always. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.